Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Baldur's Gate 3, and Lae'zel's shadow looks really strange. And this actually makes me wonder, I mean Shadowheart's got a bit of a pose as well, with her hand there like that, as if she's holding an invisible cup or contemplating utilising the hand in some way. This reminds me of the way the Pathfinder games from Alcat Games had each character class have a distinct visual style, like the way their clothing would look, possibly even their posture, the way they'd stand. Interesting. It could just be that each companion has their own way of moving. Now,
I've got a long road ahead.
In the last episode, we heard from the goblins that they set fire to some place called Walking's Rest, which is somewhere around here. And goblins are not entirely truthful creatures. If there's a building that's been burned down, we might want to make lots and lots of water. We may wish to go and purchase that staff of water making for Gale. In terms of party funds, we could probably afford it. However, there are some very, very nice scrolls for sale in the Goblin camp, which we could also use that money for. We have water with Jaria and Lae'zel, both of whom can summon water if it's needed. It will use up vital spell slots, however, so we want to be careful about that. Additionally, we have the ability to detect thoughts until a long rest. I'd really like to go back to the Druid's Grove and use that on Korga. And while I'm there, I could pick up that staff. I think I've convinced myself. Additionally, I'm going to want to change the party around as well, so I might as well go back to camp along the way. But wait. So, if I am taking Gale out of the party, who would use the staff to summon water? That's a very good question. Because I think for Walking's Rest, I would like to have Karlach and Will. And then after Walking's Rest, I'd like to have Lae'zel back again. And probably Gale. So that means the water summoning staff would be carried by Jaria or Shadowheart. Look, if there's a fire, why not bring the water to it? I believe I've convinced myself to part with some party funds. And those oh-so-precious spell scrolls will just have to wait a little.
How much farther can I go?
Gale, my man, could you stay here again for a bit? Sorry to have bothered you, but at least we sorted out a decent amount of stuff with some spell scrolls.
I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it.
Man, we need to get him a proper wizard's hat.
I'll be here in the meantime.
Maybe when he's a bit
Idling away
older.
the hours.
Okay. Lae'zel, I know you're an absolute psycho, but there might be a semi-decent person somewhere in there.
Speak.
So, I'm thinking,
Chuck, you believe you can survive without me?
there's a lot of party conversations that seem to be
As you
gated at
say,
the moment, that seem
do
to be not
keep me
occurring.
waiting.
The storylines of numerous party members seem to be at a standstill, and I can think of 2 or 3 rather significant things that I could do that would change that.
Well met.
And I am aware of textures loading in slowly during conversations at the moment. Oh, quick paranoia check. All good. Stay with me, man.
That's the spirit.
I'm aware there'll be a slight freeze frame as I come back after checking, but hopefully that will be okay. So, the first thing I could do that might progress some conversations with both Shadowheart and Lae'zel is asking Shadowheart about that box. And I will probably do that this episode or the next one. The second thing would obviously be sorting out the issue with the goblins and the tieflings. Either by, killing all the goblin leaders, or killing all the tieflings, and probably all the druids as well, which wouldn't be easy. And in all honesty, while Jaria really wants to help Minthara to live a better life, killing everyone in the Druid's Grove seems to be far too high a price to pay, although she's really torn over that decision.
Yeah?
Speaking of torn, here's someone who really doesn't appreciate us at the moment. Let's try and see if some positive attitude can rub off on her a bit.
Aces.
Now, she didn't like it when we refused to give her a coin, and she also didn't seem to like it when we read the mind of one of the goblins, or failed to. Is she someone who would side with the goblins? Because there's got to be some characters here who would be on our side if we're... Right, who wouldn't side with us if we went with the goblins? Probably Gale, Will, arguably maybe Shadowheart, but she's morally flexible enough to be... Yeah, so if we go against the goblins, would Karlach hate us so much because she likes goblin parties and their sort of boisterous, rude, crude nature? Look, we've done a couple of things that pissed her off, and actually, we're really close to pissing her off a lot. We got to do something to improve that. Right, what is this and why isn't she using it? It's that. Okay, I understand now. No, it's not magical. Okay, let's pop those up there so we don't get so confused about them. Keep these down here because we can... Right, we give her these if we get her some decent metal armor. Getting her some armor would seriously improve her durability, especially if she keeps using reckless attack. Where are we? Unarmored defense is only really giving her free armor class. So any armor we got to give her has got to be bigger than 3. Bigger than 4 if it doesn't allow a dexterity modifier. And it can't be heavy armor because that would impede her rage ability. So kind of like scale banded, something like that, maybe. Right, let's get back out of camp. I'm thinking we will talk to Lae'zel after Walking's Rest and after something else. I'm not going to click that button. I'm going to click this button. And then this one. And I want to go and see Korga and see if we can read her mind. I also want to purchase that magic staff. Maybe we'll give it to Will. Actually, that's a really nice idea because he can summon weapons anyway, can't he? Yeah. Oh, that actually works out really nicely because he doesn't have Karlach's strength. It would be nice to see these two getting on a bit better. No, just go. Go. For some reason we hadn't quite got close enough for the gate to become transparent. And so it was blocking our movement. We should aim to give Aaron here some items to improve his mood.
What's the story?
Okay. We'll pop these up here. Another skull. Seems to be a lot of them.
No time to waste.
Okay. We can't wear those or these really. Wait. Is that an ingredient? A common underdark crystal, fluorite, seems to form anywhere where light is scarce, although only bigger stones are suitable for mining. There's an action involved. Might be worth looking into. Some of this is pretty rough stuff. Look, the druids can use it for compost, right? In their gardening. Keep the teddy bear, obviously. It's a teddy bear. Why would we not keep a teddy bear? Ooh, drown poison. And these as well, actually.
Looking ahead.
Right then.
Need anything else?
Yeah, let's see what you got, man.
Of course. But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
We absolutely want this for 209. But we also want to, you know, improve your mood a bit. Not sure how much we'll have to give for a disposition bonus, but obviously more valuable items are more likely to... That mushroom looks like a weird piece of broccoli with a massive stem and a strange head. Just the zoomed out, the little image, not the big one on examine, you know. You know what? Whack all this. No, not all the rope. Having a little bit left might be useful. 19 might do something. Yeah, and we haven't given anything seriously precious just yet. What am I doing? For some reason, the rotten eggs look like something we might want to keep. I don't know why. Okay. I really wanted to give this back to Zoru, but he didn't want to talk about it. Perhaps you can help it find its way into his hands. And let's... Is this going to get us a 34... Okay, we got 2 gold off already. Getting the 34 gold will be better than the discount. So, we'll even up with coin. There we go. So yeah, that'll be 5 armor class. So that'll be an upgrade for Karlak, right? As would this. Non-magical, they wouldn't be an upgrade, however. And that's heavy. So... we'd basically be looking at +2 armor to get her a decent upgrade. Or certain +1 medium armors. Well worth noting. Actually, that's not true because it has dexterity, so that would be a 2-point upgrade for her. Okay. Ooh. Wizardy spells for Gale. Hypnotic Pattern. Dimension Door.
Sylvanus be with you.
I'd hazard a guess, but Damon the Blacksmith might even have some fancier things for us.
Swift as my feet can
But I
carry me.
also think it's worth checking after we rest rather than sooner. Let's go see Korga. I suspect that mind reading might be off the menu for her, except during very specific, like, it might have been available when we were trying to rescue little Arabella here, but now there might not be such an option. Have I spoken to the dead drow in Nettie's chamber? Now that I have the amulet of shrouded voices or whispered voices. I wonder. I honestly can't remember. It's been a bit of a while. Maybe I should check. Oh! Hello. Maybe we should talk to the rats. They probably hear something that other people do not hear. No, you, out. Ha.
The rat glares at you, but says nothing.
Okay. How about Olodan?
The rat watches your movements, but does not speak.
And this third one. No, no.
The rat glares at you, but says nothing.
Pinter. They're very antisocial
doesn't
rodents, aren't they?
respond. It simply bares its teeth.
Yeah. Maybe if I
Why
had some
are you
cheese.
here? I sent you to Zevlor.
No option available.
To steal from us. Again. We've shown them once. We take Grove law seriously.
By letting that child escape without consequence. We might as well have lain on the ground and let them trample us.
It probably would have been useful when speaking of Nettie in the inner chamber as well.
Any word on Master Halson?
No, not yet.
Please hurry. For both your sakes.
Gonna do my best. But it's gonna get pretty extreme. Right, hello. What? Why is he lit up? I've cast Speak with Animals. Okay, this is gonna be stupid, but let's give it a try.
Take on Simeon.
I may have already used up all possibilities of
The
him.
corpse regards you lifelessly.
What happened to you?
Scouting. Found druids.
Who killed you?
Druid. Bear.
How many drow are out there?
Minthara. Back at camp.
Yes, we've met her. Where did you get your tadpole?
The corpse remains silent. It doesn't understand the question.
Ah. Where did you start following the Absolute?
Moonrise Towers. Initiation.
the spell's power wanes, you can ask no more questions.
There may then be more drow at Moonrise Towers, or at least cultists of the Absolute. That could be a dangerous place to go. Right. We have a magic staff. We're giving that to Will. I remembered. This is so dumb. But we're doing it.
Can't give up now.
Alright. We want to go to the Risen Road. And thence to Walkeen's Rest.
Must be on my way.
Where our assistance may be needed if there were any survivors or if anyone else turned up to try and put the fire out. Or turned up looking for survivors. So we're nearly back where we started the episode. It's okay. It's okay. I am believing that what I've done may be helpful to us. What's this? Autumn crocus. Lovely. Let's have some of those. And I do need to start picking things up with people who are not Jaria.
Welcome to Joaquin's Rest. West, Baldur's Gate. East, El Terrell.
Lots of pretty plants.
Smoke. Something's burning.
Also, people in flaming fist uniforms. Dead body here, highlighted for some reason. Probably because we can speak with the dead.
He of the unsleeping eyes, grant me the might to carry this burden. Grant me the faith to face darkness without fear.
Now, the Flaming Fist are a mercenary company. They're not state-funded. At least that used to be the case, although they're pretty much employed as the police of Baldur's Gate. I'll whisper a sympathetic prayer.
Steel our blades and temper our hearts for the battles in this life and next.
He's resting now.
He should never have been here in the first place. I'm the one that talked him into joining the Fist.
Might I ask what happened here?
A massacre. Drow and goblins slaughtered the lot. Please, just
I
leave
like
me
her
be.
helmet. The little wingtips at the back without being full wings. I'll leave her to it.
Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty.
We got inspiration, we're probably going to need it.
And so is it done.
I hear
I
shouting.
can speak with this one later.
Someone needs help.
There's obviously a more desperate situation here.
We'll never put this fire out. You're better off helping anyone trapped inside.
Okay, that actually sounds pretty important. Let's get over here now.
Keep pushing! Duke Ravengard could be inside. On count of 3. 1, 2.
Ravengard? He's here.
Yes! Now make yourself useful. Push, damn it, push!
Hey, can we have Karlach deal with this? Or not, apparently. Okay, Elixir of the Colossus. Look, it might not last long, but sure. And we'll have a guidance spell as well. You know what? No, we'll have guidance from Shadowheart. Because why not? Let's do it. Oh yeah! Push with all your might, lady! I'm not talking about having a baby, obviously. I think letting Karlach do that would have been great. Should have loved that.
Hurry, we don't have much time.
Alright, we do not have much time. We'll enter turn-based combat mode.
We hear you. Stay where you are. We don't have much time. Find out.
Right. We got the door open. We're coming in full speed. Right. We're actually gonna split here.
Up to.
Because there's more than one way into this burning building.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Defender of the people.
We're gonna send Will running in as well. We won't quite make it there. He'll make it to about here. And stop. And Shadowheart as well. The guards say they've heard someone.
On I go.
Because the fire is blazing and these soldiers are clearly doing the best they can. Okay, but they're not going at the double. Speaking of at the double, I am rushing because there are people in here who can perish if they're not saved, and it is tricky. So she's done. There's sometimes... Okay, no. We're just going to go for it.
I need a quick word.
We're not going to get all the way, but we'll get some of the way. Oh, I like this idea.
This way.
We want to watch these flaming embers. Now, is it possible
Pride of the gate.
that Will could dash run to about here? Right, is it possible that he can jump onto the stairs? Right. I don't think it's possible he can leap onto the stairs this turn. Now.
Heading out.
Really? He needs to jump from here? He can't jump over the banisters? Like... Oh, man, that's rough. Okay. Well, we obviously don't want to run through the flames. But let's get as far up those stairs as we can. Oh! Let's be really heroic. Not enough space. There's loads of space. Look at it right here. Look. We're gonna... Oh, come on, game. Come on. Yeah, see? Excellent. See? He's being the hero.
Still breathing, despite everything.
She doesn't have movement left. And the flames continue to rage.
Seems
Oh,
like a good
someone's
moment to
running.
talk.
Someone's running. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, we got to here. There's a barricade. We want to throw something heavy at it. Like this stool. Disadvantage. How far can we throw it? I think we should do this. Look, a point's a point, okay? Should have probably dashed. Will, I need you to get as far over here as you can.
A word, if I may.
Yank that door open and it's kaboom. We need a plan.
Now, there is a man in here. Under a heavy beam, he's trapped. It's entirely possible that the flames can spread to this room and he can perish before he's saved. This is why Karlach's coming in this way. I was going to send a second person of her, but I decided to have everyone rush up this way instead. For now then, we don't open this door. Hey, how about this? Shit, that works. Might not be very popular with Gauntlet Yeva. And now we're on a time limit, which we probably shouldn't have started. She's done. Let's just run for it and get everyone
Have to keep pushing.
as far up here as we possibly can. Which includes her. Right, we are going to be dropping water spells very soon. Here. Fine.
I wonder what the next move is.
Everyone ends their turn.
I needed it.
Okay, we've had some healing, that's good.
Let's go here.
Right. Lady, get over here.
Saddle up.
What's this? Searing Smite. Not enough movement, we'll have to do something about that. Right.
Sharp as ever.
How about this? We jump through. And then blast this. Oh, 1 point off. Okay, and move. Something tells me Sacred Flame is not the best use here.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Can we get through there? Yes. Let's do that. And then... where is she? Oh, that can't be good. Okay. I mean, we could, right? No.
My faith will guide me.
Let's go see what's going on over here by that door. We don't want to rush through it just yet, but we do want to rush towards it. And not be alone. Right, well look, that's just out of reach annoyingly. That'll do it. Okay.
No one back home will ever believe this.
The flames continue to spread. Alright. It's time to be strong.
Fire! Hurry! Get this thing off me!
You know what? Let's come over here. She's got smoke in her eyes. She can't see very well. But surely now she can do this. Excellent. And Will... What conversation is he in? Use the staff, man. Make some water. This will create a thick cloud of smoke. But hopefully the blaze will be abated somewhat. Not too happy about this not being affected. Berserker strength, not just normal strength. Okay, grip the wreckage and fling it aside! We're not just going to lift this, we're going to absolutely muller this. Watch, she rolls like a 2 and a 1. Oh yes! Hopefully this will help lift our spirits a bit.
You did it! Thank you. Thank you.
Get out, man. We'll talk to you outside. Right.
My faith protects me.
Okay, so what's happening here? Are they going to try and get that open, and is that a bad thing? I think maybe step back, see if they do anything, be ready to drop a water spell if they do. Sure, she's finished. He is not finished. Look, we can just run through here. And now Karlak is like Skarpjadin from Jarl's Saga. She's gonna like run into the blazing building.
Alright, what now?
Well, out of it, rather. In search of revenge.
While I'm at it.
Are they seriously just all waiting? As a fire spreads.
What a charmer.
I mean, she's pretty resistant to fire anyway, right? Why is this water electrified? What was in here that caused this?
Let's get going.
Do we have a suitable clerical spell to protect her from the electricity? All damage. Sounds good. Right.
Breathe deep and move.
What's next?
Where's Karlak? Why isn't she breaking this door? Because she's got a death wish. Look at that big heavy wooden chest. Look at this dash button. Oh yeah. She's just gonna pick it up, I think. She's got it. Gilded chest. Extracts for rule of 3. Have that. Next round, I think. She can get that as well. She's got a pretty good encumbrance limit. Will, you know what to do. Your father could be behind that door. Or rather, Duke Ravengard. Shouldn't have said that, should I? Bugger. Oh, it's not enough.
What's next, I wonder?
You can help. Surely you can. Oh, no range weapon. Don't cast a firebolt, lady.
And, well,
Okay, wait. Keep the water on hold. Alright. We can take the one resisted fire damage. Okay, the electrocuted is bad though.
Don't burn yourself.
Now, where were you? Look, it could be valuable. Same goes for this. Right, how are we doing? Excellent. Oh no, don't read the bloody thing, pick it up. Right, and then... Oh! Candle? Sure. It's right here. Nothing. There's a nice mirror. No time to check our reflection, highlighted by the flames. It would remind her of home.
still alive, so
Will?
that's progress.
Duke Ravengard could be in here. Get that door open. Oh, mate, right, that's...
No one stopped me yet.
Okay, we've got a bow. Shoot it. Oh, that is really rough. Okay. Shadowheart's just kind of waiting, really.
Right at the gate.
No time to rest.
At this point, we might almost be able to make it out of turn-based mode soon. As the fire continues to spread. Right.
The pride of the gate.
Do it, man. That's a rough path. Okay.
What to do? Can't slow down.
There's someone in here. We should speak to her.
We can talk when you get me out of here.
Guess what, lady? We're getting you out of here. Do we want to drop some water anywhere? Probably down there. You know what? Shadowheart is tricksy.
I must keep going.
That is a thin patch of floorboards we do not want to tread on, especially if they're burning through.
Sharp as ever.
Will, you done a good job making quick work of that doorway there. There's a woman in there. You want to see her to safety. Be the dashing hero. Stand here, and that does seem to be a single use. Right. Okay, what you're going to do is run through here. What the bloody hell, woman? Like, seriously. What? And that's the door they didn't want to open as well. Ooh, okay.
Come. I'm afraid proper thanks must wait.
Absolutely. Right.
Let's go.
Okay, that's all great. We've got this man we rescued here. This woman does seem important to him. We will speak to him about that soon.
Sharp as ever.
You know what? This is looking kind of bad. But I mean, she's kind of on fire already, you know.
Very well.
Get out here. We want to make sure this woman makes it out safely. Shadowheart wants to rob the place. What's that constitution save for Jaria? Smoke inhalation? Quite probably. Now. No! I remembered the floor. Look, this witch woman might have some important things in here. Worth salvaging. You know? She might be grateful if we get them back. Okay, nothing too precious. Flames, obviously. Nothing there. And we may be able to use the weakened floorboards as a way back. Okay, that's a screen, not a cupboard or wardrobe. Okay, we're kind of good here. Case file 846. That's something we do want to be interested in. Okay. Where is the woman we came here to save? She is...
I'd better do the talking.
Not sure.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
We'll speak to this man later. And just focus on getting out of the building. Yeah, down the stairs, lady. Don't go jumping out through the hole in the wall. Speaking of holes in walls...
I should speak up.
Oh, she's here. Well then, Will, would you be so kind as to escort her to safety?
Turn them off.
I think that would be a very good idea.
These things have stayed
And
interesting.
Jaria also move along behind. Make sure she gets out of here safely.
Whatever it takes.
Right, well, what we're going to do here then is keep running. Pick up this. You do have enough movement, lady. It's right here. What? So dumb. Right. Okay, where is she? She is
Let's move.
no longer here, so that's good. I think that's... Yes. Counselor. Sounds important. Right, she is going up the double to make it out of here in this case. Right.
I've got
So
a
what we
long
want
road ahead.
now is water.
Something's on my mind.
Yeah, just normal water, you know, not like some high level version of water. Right there. On those flames. It might not put them out completely, but it might make... In fact, it doesn't seem to have made any difference whatsoever. Did the water just appear up here and not fall down?
A long way to go still.
We want to be running this way. Possibly even just jumping down here, to be honest. Will look more dramatic as an escape from a burning building anyway. Oh, you got movement. Excellent. Well, we're going to take that movement outside.
Soldier?
And now we're gonna leave turn-based mode and just run on outside. Don't come in here, you wallies. Yeah, out there.
Fresh air. At last. Your boldness is a blessing. I'm in your debt.
Counselor, are you all right?
Takes more than mere fire to break me, Yuva. Now listen close, Fist. Duty calls. Drow have taken Grand Duke Alder Ravengard westward, if my eyes and ears can be believed. Gauntlet, report to the man and send for reinforcements. We must find the Duke.
On your command, Counselor.
The rest of you, count the dead. Take word of their sacrifice to this city. And you, I must ask again for your aid. Please, rescue Ravengard from his drow captors. The Council will reward you for your effort. May I trust you'll see it through?
I mean, Karlach's gonna be like, I get to kill evil people? Fuck yes! Possibly with a bit less enthusiasm at the moment. She's feeling a bit down, but it's like, why are you asking me? These other guys help just a lot, you know. They're better at working this stuff out than me. Who is this Duke Ravengard? Right, the Absolute's cult is based in Moonrise Towers. That's where they'll have taken the Duke.
Moonrise Towers, along the old road. That place is cursed. Few could survive there, unless darker forces are at work. This was no random attack. The Grand Duke was their target.
If they can put a slow-acting tadpole, which the Cult of the Absolute seem to have access to, into the head of a major political figure, a duke no less, that could give them a lot of sway in the city of Baldur's Gate. Although why that location? What could be there to interest them? Oh no, fealty to some upper city toff, or Ravengard's a champion. Look, Ravengard's a champion to the people of Baldur's Gate.
A champion indeed. He's the invisible force holding Baldur's Gate together. Without him, the city faces collapse. In fact, I fear that may have been the intention of those who abducted him.
Well, yes, but why that location? I'll head west and find Duke Ravengard. After dealing with all of the local problems. But yeah, I'm gonna go some.
Thank you. And should your courage falter, remember the Duke's generosity. Approach the towers with care. The land itself has been swallowed in shadow. I will seek reinforcements and join you when I can. Fist, to work.
We get a massive pop-up like an MMO, which is really naff. Right, so what we got? All of these would probably be good for Gale. Well, the wielder deals damage. What is lightning charge? We don't know. I don't see any. The 1d4 piercing additional damage is probably from our elixir of the Colossus. I don't see an enhancement bonus on that. The jolt shooter. Again, I don't see an enhancement bonus on any of these. So we have a staff, a bow, and a... You know what? Sure, we'll take the bow. Why not? And then we'll get out of here. You know what? No. Did not mean to click on that. There's an exclamation mark we'll be wanting to deal with soon. Why are we
No one back home will ever believe this.
unable to move anywhere? What's going on?
Defender of the people.
Don't be shy.
Can't
Right,
give up
why
now.
can't she move? Oh, is it encumbrance? Well, now that we're all here...
Can't afford to stay idle.
There we go.
Never a dull moment.
What is it, Will?
Will's brows furrow as your minds connect. He sees the burning embers of Joaquin's rest, then Floric's face as she tells you of Ravengard's abduction.
Hells. Older Ravengard's been taken.
Councillor Floric seems to think so. I'm not... yes, Drow set fire to the inn and stole away with the Duke. You must know the man, judging by the concern in your voice.
I know him better than most. He's my father. I know I haven't said. Our relation was no matter of pride, not least for him.
All my time in Baldur's Gate, and I didn't even know Ravengard had children. Right, so... Will is pretty human, so we can presume older Ravengard is human as well, unless he adopted Will. You know what? She looks like she's in a bit of a better mood now. Kind of smirking a little, but yeah, sure. And the choice is clear. We should rescue Duke Ravengard. Aren't you worried your father's been abducted? Sure.
More than worried, in truth. What makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow? Even the houses of Men's Oberanzen would have little use for my father. No, this
Again,
is no Drow plot.
Cult of the Absolute,
These
mate.
absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction.
Absolute
His
nutters,
absence
utter
alone
wallies, a
will
lot of
sow
them.
chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast.
You shouldn't keep secrets like this from me, Will. I'm not chastising him, I'm encouraging him.
I know, and you're right. My story is one of two men. The Blade of Frontiers, a man hunting the fiends who prey on the weak and claw at the coast. And Will Ravengard, a memory of a memory, a man who belongs to the past. I wanted you to know the Blade, not the shadow he left behind.
We need to know where we come from. That way, we can look back on it for strength, but also so we don't go back there if it's a bad place. Let's leave it at that. Right, these symbols. Not encumbrance. Okay, let's pop some of these up here. Get this pile of junk a little more organised. We got some things while we were in there. A long-winded introduction explains that Haskin Chesilaphin's notes, published as is from their work journal, have helped bring alchemy to the masses. It starts with a full history on the Dragonborn, who had been descaled as a teenager and started... Oh, I've read this one already, haven't I? I have. Okay. Volume 9. We've read this one. Right, open that. Here we go. We can throw that at an enemy later. It's locked. Let's... I doubt we have a key, but we have people back in camp who can deal with that sort of thing. It's heavy, though. Okay.
No one stopped me yet.
Let's go talk to this chap with... Why is this blue glow around her, as if she's still casting Speak with the Dead? Is it because I have detect, thoughts, speak with animals and speak with dead all active at once?
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Why were you at the inn?
Raid. Retrieval. For the absolute.
Now, the dead drow in the Druid's Grove said the only other drow out here was Minthara back at the Goblin camp, which means this one either didn't come from the Goblin camp, and right, so this means this drow did not come from the Goblin camp. He came from Moonrise Towers, and they enlisted the goblins as assistants in this raid, possibly as a distraction, while the drow did the serious heavy duty. Was the raid successful?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
So he died before they finished. Where were you trying to take the Duke?
To Moonrise Towers.
How did you die?
Archer. Roof. Should have seen.
Could the Duke Ulder, Ravengard, have been the archer on the roof? If he's a heroic individual, that could make sense. Who are you?
Zayrin.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Can we nick his stuff? Faded drow leather armor. An onyx ring and some alchemist's fire.
Excellent armor. Strange place to find it.
Right. Corpse is 2 damaged. Corpse is 2 damaged. There's a goblin right here. We're playing detective for a little bit.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
How did you die?
Fell. Dagger. Neck. Stupid.
I mean, yeah, that is pretty stupid. Why were you after the Duke?
Absolute. Wants him.
I bet it does. Look, if he fell and slipped and died on his own dagger, he's not going to know the answer to these two. Who are you?
Krug. Hunter.
Where did you come from?
Camp. Temple. Close.
That's useful information if we didn't know where the Goblin camp already was. Did you leave any survivors?
Slaves. Good. Raid.
We're finished with this
one. The spell's power
one.
wanes. You can ask no more questions.
And yeah, she does look quite concerned, doesn't she? Two damage, okay.
Never wanted the easy path.
That is a barrel of fire wine. Probably not something we want right next to the fire.
Thanks.
Yeah, carry that away.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Is there anything in here, through there, we might want to? Now, were some of these here protecting the
The
Duke?
corpse regards you lifelessly.
And did the others, were the others here the whole time? For the last 2 days? Since this place was set on fire and the guys at the toll house hid out there? Or did they come afterwards? Who are you? Make it feel personal.
Gauntlet. Marilla. Flaming fist.
She sounds like she seriously regrets some of her life's choices. Do you know of any survivors?
Dead or dying.
She doesn't know. If you live long enough, can you tell me what happened to the Duke?
The corpse remains silent. She doesn't know.
Alright, let's just let her rest. That is massive. I think we've established the main cause of the fire, folks. Is it worth going through here? And the answer is... it doesn't... Wait, there is a statue. Maybe Shadowheart's thing would flare up again, so we don't particularly want to go here.
Still alive, so that's progress.
So what is... Ah, warding bond. I'm guarding her. Got it. Oh! Oh, we can just like go up here and try to get across to there. Who's good at jumping?
Come on, let's go.
There we go.
What's that?
Yeah, what is it? What did you find, lady? Stolen property reward offered. What? Oh, in here. Well then. If we just go to here, can we jump through the window and land inside? Yes, we can. Right. Pick it up. Now, somewhere around here. Was that it? Possibly. Oh, hello. Portrait of the Red Prince. We'll have that. It's not that bucket, is it? I wonder. Take the lot. We can get through here. Okay, so that's back here. No cause for alarm. I strongly disagree. The place is on fire. Look, she's just going to pick it all up, sort it out later. Right, drag it. Right, everyone come on in. Now, where was this stolen property reward
That
offered?
might be worth a look.
Oh! There's a way through.
Let's get going.
Very little people.
Another step forward.
Okay. Don't you dare, lady. Don't you dare. Nope, nope, nope. Away from the flames. Speaking of flames. I don't see any advantage of making it bigger. Run, run, everybody run. Run right through, full speed. Why is it always electrified when it... There's something wrong there. Are we just always considered to be dashing when we're out of turn-based combat? Could that be it? Right, well we're taking a short rest, obviously, because everyone was hurt there.
No time to rest.
Let's just
Don't waste a step.
explore around this side of the inn. There might be survivors. Or something buried in the dirt. It's not much, but it all counts. Will, since the start... Oh, but it said until long rest. Oh, short rest. Okay, fine.
Right. What now?
It might still be worth it, but I think we're going to put your rapier back in your hand.
A hero at heart.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. Surprised this hay hasn't gone up in flames yet.
And why would that be?
Making me sweat. Hey, there's a chest in here.
Oh, really? Can we... Okay, a dowry ring. Oh. Oh. Give these to Jaria.
What to do?
A simple gold ring with a simple inscription. From Miri and Ben-Rin. Miri was the dead body of the woman who burned up in the flames, and I said we were going to speak to the man we'd rescued.
At the ready.
We've got a marker here. Meet with Rugen's associates. And we got a password. Where is it? It's not this. Ben-Rin was faced with the dead body of his wife. He must be devastated. Oh god, it would probably be really disrespectful of casting Speak with Dead on her, but it might be a really nice message for him. So... yeah, Rugen right. Little Serpent, Long Shadow. Okay, well I'm going to save here. Now let's see what's going on in here. Oh, we got Speak with Animals running as well, haven't we?
Monsters everywhere. Kill.
Look at me, I'm not a monster. Defend yourselves. Stay back, I don't want to hurt you, but I will. He might respect that more, but I'm going to go with this. We got +4. Don't roll a 1. We're fine. didn't even need guidance.
No. You're not one of them at all. I was ready to run you through. My mistake, friend.
Oh, he's Irish. Did you kill the goblin in the stable?
Yes. It was screaming, waving around its metal. I made him stop screaming.
Too right you did. It's all right. What happened here?
An attack. Monsters. Little ones and taller ones. They took the shiny one. He killed many.
Perhaps shiny because he was wearing a full suit of armor. Do you know the dead ox outside?
Him? He was the biggest. Now I'm the biggest.
That Northern Irish no. Love it. I'm going to have to leave. Hopefully we've calmed him down a bit so he won't attack the next people to come in here. You know, there could be something hidden in here. This is hopefully just animal feed, right? Yeah, let's just leave it like that. And then we apparently want to get in here.
This is the spot Rugen marked. Doesn't look like much.
Just move it out of the way. Alright, let's head inside.
You spot a man crouching between the shelves, just as he spots you.
Bugger!
Recite Rugen's passphrase. Little serpent, long shadow.
Oh, hell, dwarfs. I thought you were flaming fist. Well, down you go then. They'll be on us soon, so if you're looking to trade, you best be quick. Entrance is hidden behind the wardrobe. Here's the key.
Nice of him to give us a key. Now, where could this be? What kind of place could be behind a wardrobe? Narnia? I haven't seen a wardrobe yet. But I do see this. And we did not need a key to open it. Now then, this is some kind of cellar. With a ladder. We shall descend. Deeper and deeper. Here's the wardrobe. No fur coats in there. And here, another wardrobe. You know what? This reminds me of the Pains of Kin in Stroud. At one point, there was a room which had a wardrobe in a doorway. And literally the wardrobe doors would open up. Instead of a door, they had a wardrobe that fit perfectly in the doorway. And it had no back on it. And it was just a makeshift door between two rooms. It was great. Let's head on down. Now we got a waypoint here, which is great. And at this point, I'm thinking we've probably played for long enough. So I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you've all enjoyed this one, and I will look forward to seeing you all in the very next episode. For now though, I'm just going to say goodbye and see you all next time, guys. Cheerio.